Hey Astro Kids, and welcome back. In this video, we're going to be breaking down the horoscope for the month of June 2021. So starting off here on the 1st of June, Mars will shift into the sign of Cancer. Now Mars is debilitated in Cancer, so this will be a very challenging transit, and we'll talk more about this in a future video. Mars, remember, is a soldier, a warrior. It wants to go out and take action and get things done. Cancer is connected to the home, the mother, our comfort, our nourishment. So Mars is very uncomfortable here in the sign of Cancer. Now we'll also see Mercury come into a combustion here at the beginning of June as well. Remember that Mercury is in a retrograde, so it will shift back to meet up with the Sun. On the 10th of June, we will have a solar eclipse in the sign of Taurus. This will be towards the end of Taurus, and we'll talk more about that in a future video. This is a part of this big eclipse season. If you have not already checked out that video on the full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio, make sure to check that out. I will leave a link above and down below in the description. On the 14th of June, the Sun will shift into the sign of Gemini. So this will push us into a new consciousness, a new seasonal shift here as the Sun moves into Gemini. Our focus shifting from this more relaxed and friendly sign of Taurus into this very curious and mentally active sign of Gemini. On the 20th, Jupiter will shift into retrograde. So once again, we're here in this eclipse season, in this retrograde season, where there's lots of changes, lots of internal work to do. And this is a lot that we will talk about here in this month of June with all of this happening. Of course, this will all take us into November and October when these retrogrades will start to clear up and we will move out of this eclipse zone. On the 22nd, Venus will shift into the sign of Cancer. This will be a tricky position as the Moon and Venus are not the most friendly of planets. And lastly, here on the 25th, for those of you who are following those three extra planets, our transpersonal planets, Neptune will station retrograde. So we have a lot going on here as we're moving into the summer with all of these eclipses and retrogrades, where there's a lot of internal work to do moving forward. So let's talk about how this tricky month of June will affect each of you according to your moon sign or your ascendant sign. And once again, I want to bring this to all of your awareness that I am not using the tropical zodiac. So the tropical zodiac is typically used in Western tropical astrology, where it is according to the seasonal points and where the stars were positioned hundreds of thousands of years ago. I am using the sidereal zodiac, which is based upon where the stars are positioned right now in the sky. So this is according to the correct position of the stars, and this is coming from those fixed stars as well that sit behind the constellations. And along with that, I am using Jyotisha or Vedic astrology, which is coming directly from the scriptures. So this is going to be according to your moon sign, not your sun sign. The moon sign is very, very important as it is the indicator of your mind. So all of your behavior, all of your patterns and cycles that you go through in life are all being filtered through the moon sign, because this is how your mind is functioning, your psyche, your state of mind. So this is very important in terms of looking at horoscopes. I also add in that ascendant because that is the point from which your soul made contact here with its life on earth. So that ascendant is mapping out the foundation of your entire life. It is the lesson, the experience of why you have come into this existence. So I do recommend that you always look at your horoscope according to your ascendant or your moon sign, not your sun sign. For those of you with a Gemini moon or Gemini ascendant, Mars and Venus will be shifting into your second house. So this is a huge time to focus on your speech. As Mars comes into that second house, you can become very argumentative or very aggressive in your style of speech. So you want to be careful with this position. Venus in there, though, giving a very beautiful type of speech. And so Venus is sort of helping you out in this position, especially as Mars is a very difficult planet for those of you with a Gemini moon, Gemini ascendant. Venus is a friend to your ruler Mercury, however, so Venus is in here to help you through this shift. We will also see the Sun shift into your home sign there in your first house. So this is giving you a lot of confidence, a lot of enthusiasm at this time. Great leaderships taking charge with that Sun position there in the first house. We will also see a solar eclipse back in your 12th house. And so this will be a time of entering into a new period of releasing and letting go. So even though that 12th house is about endings and releasing, this is a solar eclipse where this is about going into the unknown. So this may be a time of traveling, of exploring, of going inward in your imagination and exploring things at a deeper subconscious level. So this is a new phase of life where you're seeing endings and losses at this time. We're also going to see Jupiter and Neptune station retrograde in your 9th house. So this is a huge time of gaining great wisdom and insight. Both Jupiter and Neptune being great planets of vision, of imagination, of exploring things at a deeper level. So with Jupiter in there giving you great wisdom and Neptune there with this higher octave of spirituality and great vision, this is a great time of learning and exploring, gaining great wisdom through these experiences. So even though these are retrogrades, I'm going to bring this up again, that a retrograde is not a negative time. A retrograde is a time to explore a planet on a deeper level as the energy slows down. So these energies are great for exploring things at a deeper level, for gaining great wisdom and insight, and especially with that very psychic high octave energy there of Neptune coming there in your 9th house as well. Now, along with that, we will see Mercury come into a combustion, and Mercury is actually going to shift back into your 12th house, but we will see this combustion start out here in your 1st house, where Mercury is giving you some great insight here as well. Now, as Mercury shifts back into that 12th house, coming into this combustion and sitting here in a retrograde, again, this is giving you great clarity, great insight. Mercury back in that 12th house, giving you some great knowledge of things that are hidden at a subconscious level. So there's a lot of great awareness in terms of going deep within. This is a great time for meditation and all of this soul searching at a deeper level. And once again, I'm going to bring this up for those of you who are not familiar with a combustion, which is when the planet comes close to the sun. So when Mercury comes into a combustion, it gives us great clarity, great insight, great knowledge as the sun is lighting up Mercury. So this is a great time for getting those flashes of inspiration, that light bulb over the head moment where you can get some great clarity. And again, this is happening at a subconscious level back there in that 12th house. So this has been your June 2021 horoscope for Gemini moon or Gemini ascendant. I want to thank you all so much for joining. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like as well as a comment. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button along with the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any new content. Once again, we have a lot to talk about with these retrogrades and this ongoing eclipse season. So make sure to hit that notification bell to stay tuned. If you would like to learn more on Vedic astrology, I do have a course available in the Facebook group Astrology Lessons with Daquan Jones. There is a link down below in the description along with the comments. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.